Good morning, all the participants and teachers. So I'm going to I have participated in Hackathon Tech Tour 20. I am Vikas Kumar from National Institute of Technology of Arunachal Pradesh from Computer Science branch. So I will participate in category 2 Smart Voice. With the advent of newer technologies, it is now possible to integrate AI concept into it. So my main proposition is a smartphone for kids. Embedded circuits are now cheaper than ever, which enables smarter toys with cheaper price. Drone is a pure entertainment with learning, and it provides technological exposure to kids to enhance their overall skills. What is the objective of this smartphone? Its main objective is to promote STEM, that means science, technology, engineering, mathematics curriculum, in order to encourage students to get engaged with robotic kits. They will learn the basic programming skills and technical skills through these kits, you can say, and I will be developing a platform for smart roads and their assemblies with help of various open source platforms. What will be the feature of the smartphone? It will be completely based on open source embedded microcontroller, that is Arduino BeagleBone, Linux embedded, and it will be a programming friendly, which will enable kids to learn by tweaking and exploring. It will be autonomous as well as remote control. Smart drone, what is it? Is it a toy or something? The answer is yes and no. Smart drone is not only a toy, it is an integration of integrated programming platform with the smart robotic kits. Basically, in the backend, an Arduino IDE will be running, where all the programming steps will be done by the kids. They can program their drone in their own customized way. So basically, the IDE will be a physical computing platform based on the Arduino board, implementing the processing of wiring language. What is the methodology? How I have created this? Main methodology is our smart drone will be consisting of a drone which can be operated autonomously as well as remote controlled. Drone will be a flying body which can fly on its own without the outer intervention. That means autonomous with some flying projection. There will be a limited area from where they can fly. The remote will be a combination of circuits which will communicate with the drone. The signals will be sent so that the drone can maneuver. What are the components of drones? So the drone part basically consists of frame, motors, ESCs, electronic speed controllers, propellers, battery, Arduino Nano as a microcontroller, and IMU, that means which is a combination of accelerometer, speedometer as well as magnetometer. More specifically, we have considered IMU as a MPU 6050 circuitry because it is power efficient as well as accurate. And for the battery part, we have considered a lithium battery, which will be giving 7 volt. Okay, so brushless motor is preferred because they are more energy efficient. I have drawn here the drone components. As you can see, there is an onboard NRF 24L01 transceiver here, and there is a microcontroller Arduino Nano which can be programmed as well by the IDE which I have proposed earlier. The microcontroller and the RF module will be communicating with the SPI data communication protocol, right? Okay. What will the remote components? The remote part will consist of these circuitries, that is Arduino Nano is a microcontroller, potentiometer to adjust all the voltages, and the RF module here, joystick, push buttons, and toggle switches for enhancing the signal of the RF module. That means NRF 24L01, and there we can attach a signal antenna. So the remote control part component circuit diagram is here drawn. Sure. You can see here, here is the Arduino Nano, this is the IMU unit, this is the RF module, this is the LiPo battery. These are the two joysticks to control, to act as a rudder, ailerons, and throttle part. So basically all the raw yaw or pitch will be controlled by these joysticks. So I have made a demo video of real flying the drone. This was done on the roof of my hostel. You can see here how stable it is flying. I have done the menu over here. So, talking about the commercialization scaling, well, it can be size based on the age of the kids. So basically, the propellers of the drone can be adjusted to fly up to 20 feet to 200 feet, as well as the motor capacity can be adjusted. So, as far as per talking of the Indian policy, drone policy, we can see that we cannot fly in above 200 feet. So we have kept this 200 feet limitation. Well, what is the current budget? So basically, in building that drone, around 2 to 3,000 rupees costed for building that drone, and this whole price can be they brought down to around 1,500 rupees uh, by introducing a customized single embedded tool. So also individual prices are not mentioned due to space and time constraints. Well, talking about this idea really unique? No, basically not. There is a site called RoboLink where they have introduced some kid-level robotic kits so that kids can understand the basic programming skills and the basic technology behind it. Well, after in India, there is no any organization like this. So after passing of new education policy, which focuses on coding focus, these kind of products in India will help kids to learn to code as well as entertain themselves. Well, I have done some drone simulation here. This was done in mechanical engineering lab at NIT AP, presided by Mohanty sir. Well, you can see all the stats here, technical stats. I have done the simulation in Jim Gazebo, Gazebo simulating platform. And you can see how this drone is flying very stable and how is it scanning a particular area. You can see the stable PID controlling of this particular drone. So, okay, this was it. Well, the hardware parts were used from the Processor Cell NITAP under the maintenance of Dr. T.D. Dasar, and the simulation of the drone was done in the workstation provided by Dr. Prasis Montisa in Mechanical Lab NITAP. So, thanks, thanks for listening out. You have been a great audience. Thank you.